Hope is both a blessing and a curse. A blessing because without hope, humanity will wither. Hope has carried slaves through chains, prisoners through cells, and victims through storms. Hope is that little spark that whispers, tomorrow might be better. It is the thin rope we cling to when the water rises. Hope is oxygen when life cuts off your air. But hope is also one of the most dangerous drugs ever sold, because when you dwell too much in it, it becomes amnesia. It numbs the pain but never treats the wound. That's why hope is the most valuable product ever sold in the religion's marketplace. The church doesn't sell God, it sells hope. Hope for healing, hope for breakthrough, hope for marriage, hope for prosperity, and all sorts. And you, hungry, desperate, and wounded, you buy it every Sunday with your money, your mind, and your silence. Why do you think politicians fund churches instead of schools and hospitals? Because schools create thinkers, but churches create hopers. Why do pastors preach your miracle is coming instead of here is how to build? Because builders outgrow the church, but hopers keep coming over and over again. Why do you think the offering basket is fuller in the poor and middle-class neighborhoods than in the rich neighborhoods? Because the poorer you are, the more expensive hope becomes. Hope is why your grandmother prayed for wealth but died in poverty. Hope is why your father sowed dangerous seeds but still couldn't feed you. Hope is why systems still thrive, because as long as you hope, you won't act. The blessing of hope is survival, but the curse of hope is stagnation. You sit, you wait, you kneel, you fast, you sow, and you never rise, because hope tells you, don't fight, don't think, don't question, just wait. That's why the church business will never collapse. It's not built on miracles. It's simply built on your refusal to stop hoping for one. Pastors are not feeding you faith. They are dealing you doses of hope and faith like street vendors selling narcotics. The drug runs out by Monday, so you come back to refill on Sunday. The cycle is perfect. The house never changes, but the crowd never leaves. Here's the brutal truth. Hope without action is chains. Hope without courage is slavery. And hope without work is a curse in which you willingly baptized yourself. Hope is a blessing when it drives you to build, but it is a curse when it chains you to a pew. And until you learn the difference, you won't just be a victim of religion, you will be the reason religion thrives.